What's up, motherfuckers? Chris Holowicki coming at you with a new episode of Gotta See It with me, Chris Holowicki. And I'm here with my special guest, Robbo, who, it's his first time on the channel. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. How about you?
Pretty good. What do we see today?
We saw Black Panther.
Fuck yeah, we did. Now, the thing about Black Panther is, not only is it the new and awesome, in my opinion, Marvel flick, but it also has been hyper-politicized by outsiders who aren't really even part of this fandom. For example, there's woke-ass people on Twitter, like It's Loud Inside My Head, who tweeted, "Dear white people, just a friendly reminder as the anticipation builds for hashtag Black Panther. Number 1, this is for the culture. Number 2, this doesn't concern you. Number 3, stay out of our way February 16th. Number 4, keep all your opinions about the film to yourself unless you are asked. But don't worry, you won't be asked." And, you know, you guys could say that I may be cherry picking, but there's this tweet got 2,773 likes.
Stop.
What was it? Now Piss. They released a video that said that Black Panther is 95% African or African American actors. It's the most diverse film ever. By saying that a movie is 95% black people, that makes it diverse.
95% of anything.
Yeah.
You can't be diverse.
Yeah, that's the opposite, the exact opposite of diverse.
If 95% of your money is into pork bellies, you do not have a diverse portfolio.
Yeah. The people who toss around this term diverse, what they really mean is like, there's no white people. There's no white people in it. Let's move on to what Salon.com had to say about the movie. Salon. Black Panther is the first blockbuster format release featuring a black hero front and center. Now, you would think that, hey man, you know, maybe they forgot about Blade, or even they forgot about the bad 90s superhero movies like Steel, or the comedic ones like Meteor Man and Blank Man.
I love Blank Man.
Blank Man's a shit. But they forgot about Idris Elba starring in fucking what was it, Dark Tower, like 20 minutes ago. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, Salon? And they got a lot of backlash for that, which they ended up like backing up, saying like, oh well, we didn't know, we were quoting other people who said that. I'm like, how old are you? I mean,
they do it for clicks, because people who think that way will click on it and go, yeah, like you tell them, and like people who don't look at it to like be mad about it and like, this is so wrong and stupid. Either way, Salon wins if you're clicking.
Yeah, exactly. The people that hate click.
I mean, you're spreading their shit right now.
Shit. But let's talk about this for a second. Like, all right, we were both pretty young when Blade 1 came out, and that was a huge movie. And we weren't living in the internet clickbait place that we are in now, but do you remember anyone saying when Blade came out, like, holy shit, it's a black guy starring in an action movie? Was anyone blown away by that? Or was it just like, oh, Wesley Snipes is fucking Vampire Hunter?
Yeah, right?
Well, it's like, cool. It's fucking chiming. And that was in a time, like, people, even though like Blades has its ups and downs. The first one's kind of okay. The second one is really great. It's by Guillermo del Toro, who is like who might win the Best Picture Oscar this year for The Shape of Water. I don't know. I haven't even seen it yet, but it's a legitimate film. The third one's a piece of shit. But yeah, that wasn't an issue. No one was talking about how Wesley Snipes was a black guy starring in a movie.
No, not that I remember. I mean, maybe we were too young at the time to like be listening to the type of things that people would be talking. You know what I mean?
I just feel like late '90s. That was in a time where we were just like, hey man, it doesn't matter what the color of your skin is. It matters what you bring to the table. Like I remember just like fucking Michael Jordan, who apparently is in this movie. But I was looking around. Did you see Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan. I think it's like Michael Jordan's kid or something.
Oh, okay. Alright. Something like
Michael
that.
B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. Okay. All right. You know who I did like was Nick Cannon as the villain. But we'll get into characters later. There's also other people's chiming in on Twitter, like David Dennis Jr., who is a verified account. I'm not sure who he is, but he tweeted out, "If you give Black Panther a bad review, you are racist. I don't care. Which I think is a little extreme.
Well, I think, Chris, that leads to the big question. Did you like this movie? Are you racist or not?
For one, it was good. Like, right? It was a good movie.
It was good. So
we're not racist. We're definitely not racist.
Only racist would think it wasn't.
I mean, there hasn't been another Marvel film where the hero faces off against a different version of himself.
Yes, there have.
Like
the Hulk movie, Iron Man.
No, stop. No, it was fine.
Ant-Man.
No, stop.
That's like a
right.
superhero movie trope where they fight. It's just the bad guy with the same or like opposite powers. And that was one thing I didn't like about the movie.
You didn't like about it how they were facing?
Yeah, it was the same thing. It was Black Panther versus other Black Panther.
You know, that's another thing I say that maybe...
It was like literally other Black Panther. It was
Yeah.
a guy who took the same fucking flower.
He
has the same suit.
Took a different
He
version
just like a different
of the
color.
same
He
suit.
liked the gold one.
Yeah.
His gold
But
one.
having said that, this movie, when you look at the trailers, it may seem like it's going to be like that, but it fucking ain't. They changed it up enough where it's not just a character versus another version of another character. But
that was just like the very end of it. It was like
yeah.
It was weird. There were some problems with the story too. Like the way they had like Claude like set up more as like the main villain, and then it ends up being Michael B. Jordan. But I guess maybe they were doing that on purpose to like set you up and throw you a curveball. But like I don't know. I thought there were some things in there like that were a little like iffy. Like it wasn't a perfect movie. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like by any means perfect.
Yeah. What is though? What is? I had someone saying that if you give Black Panther a bad review, you're a racist. And then what happened? Somebody gave it a bad review, and then the darlings over at Bleeding Cool came out with a tweet that said, "Trump's America spoils Black Panther's 100% Rotten Tomatoes score." And spoiler alert, if you guys haven't been alerted yet, the guy who knocked it off the 100%, he was from Ireland, and his criticism was valid. It's just his opinion. I disagree with him, but
this movie though to me is not also so great where I disbelieve that somebody else wouldn't like it. You know?
Yeah.
There's some movies you see, or somebody tells you they don't like it, you're like, come on, really? Everybody likes that movie, you know?
I'd say,
I don't think this would be one of those.
I would say that it's close to there, though. I just had so much fun watching it, but, you know, with a lot of these Marvel flicks, I'm so fucking pumped when I see them, but then after second viewing, when I watch them in my fucking living room or something, I say like, I don't know. Still, hours later, walking out of theater, I'm still fucking hyped the fuck up on this Black Panther movie.
I'm not quite as hyped as you. I liked it. I think it's kind of like, it goes around the bottom of that top tier of the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
I think it's, it kind of hangs with, like the your Guardians 2s, and I think it's kind of that level.
All right, I loved Guardians too. I would say like
I did like Guardians. I like Guardians 2 too, but like also I don't think it's quite up there with like Guardians 1 or Iron Man 1.
Sure.
Or Winter Soldier, First Avengers, like those. To me, like those are like the really good Marvel movies.
Let's move on to one of the cringiest of the things. Is a woman who apparently, her name is Emily Lakdawala, and apparently she works closely with Bill Nye. She's worked on the his Cringy as Fuck season 1 of his Netflix series. I don't know if you've caught.
No.
I haven't watched the whole thing. I'm sure most of it is good, but the stuff that really caught people's eye is ooh.
'Cause my sex junk is so much more than either
Oh, y'all, I can't. Ow. Bro, this cringe hurts.
So I carefully did not buy #Black Panther tickets for opening weekend because I did not want to be the white person sucking black joy out of the theater. What's the appropriate date for me to buy tickets? Is next weekend okay? Asking blacks.
That's just silly.
Yeah, it's just like way to like infantilize and belittle like black people.
Like black people aren't gonna have a good time at the movie because you're there.
Yeah,
is that what
exactly.
that means? Like, is that what sucking black joy out of the theater is?
Yeah.
Because you're a white lady that they're gonna like be bothered by. Like,
absolutely.
How low do you think of like black people to think that just because there's a white person around, like, oh, it sucks now.
Yeah.
Can't enjoy a Black Panther movie. There was plenty of black people in the theater when we went.
I was gonna say, let's talk about the audience for a second.
It was all the hype for this movie.
It was full, except I bought our tickets like 2 days in advance, so we were stuck up in the third row. Second row had a cluster of people. First row had none. But I'd say in the third row, like we were in row C, right? I thought that the 3D it looked pretty good.
I thought it looked good. I mean, there wasn't
bad. It wasn't bad looking. I thought it might be too close.
I thought it was a little bit of a waste to have this movie in 3D.
Yeah.
I mean, now they just do it with like all of them.
Nothing popped out, but
yeah,
it
there wasn't a whole lot of
thing
that.
where it's like in the corner of your eye, it looks like shit. Even though we were in the third row, it didn't look like fuzzy on the side or anything up here and right up here it looks fuzzy.
Yeah, the 3D they did looked good, but I don't think it was necessary because there wasn't a whole lot in this movie to like warrant 3D. Like a lot of I could see. I didn't see Doctor Strange in 3D, but I could see that movie.
Oh, I saw that in
visual
3D.
Spectacle. And, yeah,
I honestly I would have rather saw this Black Panther movie in the Dolby Cinema, where they have the extreme sound, because I thought the sound was lacking. The visuals were fine, but it could have used some more bass.
Yeah, that might have been more of the theater than the movie. It's hard,
in the same theater, the Oakbrook Theater that we saw it in, they have a special Dolby theater that has intense sound. And if you go into IMAX, we saw this in IMAX, that always has intense sound where you're like feeling it. It's a difference. It's not just a screen and the glasses and the transfer. It's the whole theater experience. You could feel it. We saw it in Realty 3D, and even though the 3D wasn't shit, it looked nice, but it wasn't anything like super adding to it. It wouldn't have been fine 2D. I would have rather seen in 2D with extreme sound or IMAX. But then again, I'm spoiled with that stuff. What do we think of the story?
Well, I thought the story was serviceable. It wasn't great, but it moved the characters along and everything. It's not an origin movie per se, but it really feels like an origin movie. Because at the beginning, he's not an origin because he's already Black Panther at the beginning. We've already seen him in Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah.
But also in Captain America: Civil War, his dad, the King, T'Chaka.
Well, yeah, T'Chaka, yeah.
And then T'Challa, yeah. T'Chaka gets blowed up.
He got blowed up.
Like a motherfucker.
He got blowed the fuck up.
So now T'Challa is going to be the king of Wakanda. Mm-hmm. And what they have to do, they have like a ceremony where he takes some potion that takes away his Black Panther powers. And anybody like from the other tribes or whatever who wants to like fight him can fight him. And then they're like the new king.
Yeah.
So that happens. Some guy, like some big monster dude's like, yeah, I'll fight him. And he almost beats him. But, you know, you gotta have tension. The hero has to almost get beat. But we get to see Black Panther fight without his powers, which it's just like...
It really humanizes him.
Yeah,
He's not just this unstoppable guy. He's like, well, no bullets can hurt me, and all my... I absorb all power, and nothing can hurt me. So.
Yeah, because that's early in the movie. There's a scene with Black Panther, and the dudes are just shooting him in the face, point blank range, and he's not even like... It's not even making him go like this.
Yeah.
It's just bouncing right off his suit, and he's walking forward. Won that fight at the end. Like, he had the guy kind of like in a
like an arm bar kind of thing.
Yeah. But like, they were literally at the edge of the top of like an 800-foot waterfall.
Yeah.
Like, if you like choke in a fall and you're all tangled on him, you're like, you guys could both easily go over the edge if anything happens here.
Straight up.
But I mean, that was a little nitpick. But I was watching. I'm like, they're just gonna both fall off and die. Like, if either of them does anything.
Mm-hmm.
But so that happens. Black Panther wins, and from there, the story kind of becomes about his uncle's kid.
Yeah, they opened up with this. It opens up in Oakland, which is really like, what is this all about? And they have this scene where they some drama, some soap opera drama going on between like betraying Wakanda and helping Claw steal vibranium. And then somebody ending up dead, and you're just like, what does that have to do with any of the movie? But then you find out, like, way later, it's like, that little kid playing basketball
let's
in
talk
the milk
about the
carton.
villains. Because you said
well, let's just move
Claw.
on to the characters. Here, Andy Serkis. What do we think of Andy Serkis?
I thought he was good. It was a little over the top and silly, but I liked that. I thought he was a fun character.
I loved him.
Andy Serkis is always,
loved him so much. Like,
enjoyable to watch, so...
Yeah.
I think if the character was written the exact same way and somebody else played him, I don't think it would have been as good.
No.
But I thought he was pretty good, but it wasn't like a deep villain. And he didn't even end up being the main villain. They make it seem like kind of like he is, and then he kind of gets unceremoniously killed off.
I was disappointed the way he got dispatched
by the real villain of the movie.
Damn it!
He just dropped his beer, everybody.
It's okay.
Just so you know, leave that in. I want everybody to see how clumsy you are.
I leave it all in.
And then what they do is the thing I don't like, and it happens in a lot of these movies, is it's basically Black Panther versus Black Panther at the end.
Yeah,
that's the main boss fight.
We're back to the thing where it's
the hero becomes the king
another
and
version.
Eats the Black Panther flower and gets the suit, and it's literally his extra suit.
It's a character
earlier in the movie
facing another
he gets to pick
version
between
of
two
himself.
suits, like, and he likes the silver one instead of the gold one. So the gold one is the other one. That's the one the bad guy wears, and they're just fighting themselves.
You know what I did
and they
like
couldn't hurt each other until
about,
they did that weird shit with the train magnets or whatever the fuck that was.
What I did like about Killmonger, though, is that he was the only character who talked American.
Hey,
everybody else, well, actually Martin Freeman talked American, but he ain't even American. He's British. He's the only other American character, but Nick Cannon,
yeah.
Michael Jordan.
I seriously thought Michael B. Jordan was Nick Cannon the first time I saw him. I don't know why, but I got a Nick Cannon vibe off him. But Michael B. Jordan, I usually like him. I didn't think he was very good.
Is he Michael? You didn't like him?
I didn't think he wasn't like terrible, but I don't know. He wasn't compelling to me. I wasn't like feeling him.
I don't know. I thought that he, from the start when we first saw him in the heist in the museum, I was on board with him. I was pissed off that he killed off Claw, but I was also intrigued that he also shot his girlfriend. He's so much of a double agent and such like a one-tracked mind that this guy wanted to be a tyrant. He wanted to turn Wakanda itself is an ethno-state blocking itself off from the world. Nobody comes in, nobody is allowed out. Or nobody with the secret at least. And then this guy said, hey, let's turn this secret nationalism into conquering. Let's conquer the fucking world. Like the Nazis.
They basically wanted to start an empire.
Yeah, that's what he wanted to do. The
and
people
use
of Wakanda
the Wakandan technology to like arm like other black people around the world and like use that. And it wasn't necessarily like, it's hard, like, I don't know what his true motivations. Was he really like trying to like help like oppressed people, or was that like his excuse to like to make his power move to have his.
You know, I think it was a combination of revenge and then just like maybe like some kind of like critical thinking skills, because obviously he's gone through all this. Him being a mercenary and everything, he's just like, hey man, we could just take everything from everyone into this thing. But then it all comes full circle though. Like even when Black Panther, when T'Challa, when he comes in the movie, he is totally supportive of this ethno state of Wakanda, where they just like, we all just keep to ourselves and not branch out. But then by the end of the movie, he's just like, hey, maybe we should be more humanitarian and reach out and help other people and be heroes as a nation.
I guess that's like his arc.
Yeah, yeah.
Like really solidifies his place as like the king, and also that kind of be like a secondary arc.
Sure.
Is he just because he actually doesn't disagree with the. That's also interesting. He doesn't disagree with the bad guy on everything.
Yeah.
He more disagrees with the bad guy's methods. Because Killmonger wants to use vibranium technology to go attack other countries and have people in other countries attack their own countries and that kind of thing. And basically just by killing in war. And T'Challa didn't want that, but they both wanted the same kind of end goal, is like the best for like everybody, you know. And for T'Challa ended up wanting to decide to we'll reach out to everybody instead of the other way, which is trying to kill everybody.
Yeah, I don't think Killmonger had the same end game in mind. I think that he was very I think that he had nefarious intentions.
No, absolutely, you're right. It's more that they didn't necessarily disagree on everything.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like complete, like, there was like some gray area in the way, like, you know, it was more of a methods based. You know, they didn't exactly, you know, do things for the same motivations or want the exact same outcome, but it was more based on methods rather than like what they actually like were about, you know.
Yeah. And they even they touch on refugees and stuff like that. Just in talking, I think that even though they, at the end of the movie, they want to reach out, I don't think that they want to behave like, let's say, Angela Merkel and just open Wakanda for a flood of randos.
No, I don't think they're gonna open Wakanda really that much at all. More for just open like we're actually here and we'll reach out and share some technology and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're gonna be taking on immigrants or anything.
Yeah, Wakanda is probably still gonna be a secret.
One of the things I was thinking about the whole damn movie is why aren't they helping anybody? This little
it's unspoken thing. It's they're very selfish and self-concerned and selfish in a lot of ways, but by the end of the movie, it seems like T'Challa wants to reach out and bring come together. You know?
Yeah.
I think that was the main thing. That was the full circle thing. It's his girlfriend, his half girlfriend, which I don't think they pushed the romance enough between him and the lady friend. But she mentions
I thought
it
was a good amount, because sometimes the romance in these movies gets a little too much.
Yeah.
Every damn movie, and I kind of get it, but every fucking movie has to have some romantic subplot.
Sure.
It doesn't matter what it's about. But every friggin' thing has to have a romantic subplot.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And so I guess in that thing,
sometimes it gets way too overdone. In this movie, it was there, fine. He gets the girl. Okay, great. That's how movies are. Whatever. But it wasn't there wasn't too much of oh my love,
sure,
holding her so she doesn't fall off a cliff and that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Which. Speaking of her, she was a good character.
By the end of the movie, when they kissed at the end, I'm just oh, okay, I guess their relationship's going good. That was maybe a D or C plot.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of
things.
It
was unnecessary. They could have kind of done it. And still had that character. Maybe just, she was because she was his ex-chick. And he should have met her up again. It wasn't a new chick. But it could have just been stayed his ex-chick. Like, cause she was a good character and she had stuff to do. That was one thing I liked, is that the extra characters, the Martin Freeman guy, the CIA guy, the girlfriend, the sister, and the chick from The Walking Dead is in this. Michelle.
I wanted to bring her up
with the shaved head. She's really good in this. She's a bad motherfucker.
All of the shaved head ladies are fine as hell and badass, and they're so cool.
Yeah, the Black Panther has it's like Royal Guard, and they're all these like badass like shaved head chicks with like future spears.
Straight up, they could take out tanks apparently.
Yeah, no, but they're badass.
You're still not entirely effective in hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, I thought that. So her action scenes, I think, were some of the best in the whole movie.
Oh,
because she does action really well, and I think that those were pretty well done with her.
I didn't realize it was her until after we saw the movie. I'm like, man.
I thought she looked familiar, but it's so different from the long dreads in The Walking Dead to just nothing.
Exactly.
But, yeah, no, she's great. Well, like I said, she gets stuff to do. She gets good fight scenes. His sister is kind of like the Q. She's like the tech girl.
Oh, that's a huge thing. I'm so glad you brought that up, because I want to say that this Black Panther movie reminded me a lot of, like, you know how they keep on talking about it, like, you should make like a Black James Bond. They should be Idris Elba should be James Bond. What they did in Black Panther here is create this universe where Black Panther is kind of like James Bond, complete with his own Q and everything. Her name is Shuri in the movie, and that's his sister, who is basically his Q, who has all this tech for him, and it's so cool. Like, she creates the suits, she creates these mobile driving cars where you don't have to be there to drive them and do all that stuff, and that's huge in it. Huge action set piece in the movie.
Yeah, the technology stuff like that is cool in this movie, and she's like at the heart of that stuff. She was one of the best characters in the movie.
She was awesome.
Yeah, she was like
she
funny.
Was so
and, like,
cute. She was cute.
Busted her
and funny.
brother's balls. Her brother's the king, and she's still like fucking with him. And
you know, there's one thing about the movie is it's unfortunate that it's come so close after the Ugandan Knuckles meme, which you're not aware of, are you?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Do you know the way?
I know the way.
You have to have Ebola to know the way.
I have Ebola.
He doesn't know the way to know the way.
Because you see all these like British and American actors faking these African accents, and they all sound. At certain parts of the movie, it's distracting, and like maybe like 25% of the movie I got used to it and it was over. But there's these parts where he's like, Daniel Coulier, he's like doing this Ugandan Knuckles voice, and all this like. It sounds funny. It sounds like you could tell that all these like non-African actors are like faking these African accents, and it's fine. But
yeah, well, I've never seen that or whatever, but I get what you're saying, because they're like the accent wasn't necessarily consistent. Forrest Whitaker
trying to fake
accent,
it. Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Nobody was doing this. Forrest Whitaker trying to do the thing, because you know what Forrest Whitaker sounds like. So here he can do this. Basically Ugandan Knuckles meme before it was Ugandan Knuckles. It's kind of funny. We have like 1 minute left. We gotta wrap this up. But I don't know. Did you walk away? Black Panther, 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down, 1 thumb up. What thumb? I give it thumbs up.
A thumb and a half up. I liked it. It was good. You should go see it.
How many stars? Or A, B, C, D, F?
I'd give it like a B+.
B plus.
I thought it was good. Could have been better. Some of the story stuff was a little lacking. Neither of the villains did it for me, really. I thought the Black Panther character was like good, but I didn't really like care about him. I liked his sister. I liked the Michonne chick.
But T'Challa himself.
I liked his girlfriend actually better.
Yeah,
than I
you know, I've noticed that too.
At one point, I want to
say this. I agree that. Like, I was more intrigued by all the other characters than T'Challa himself. But what were you finishing saying?
Yeah, sorry. It was something I thought of earlier. Was how all the characters have something to do.
Yeah.
You know, his sister helps out with the tech stuff. His girlfriend is a badass like spy chick, so she gets to get in on all this stuff. The Michonne chick is like his head like bodyguard chick basically, so she gets to do all kinds of fighting and stuff. And the Martin Freeman guy, he does like a self-sacrifice moment.
Sure. He almost gets
he's remote
killed.
piloting in one of those.
Straight up.
Exactly. And then he's sitting in the thing, and his thing's gonna get blown up, but he sits in the chair and keeps doing it, and then.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like everybody got something to do. Like they didn't.
So thumbs up?
Yeah, thumbs up.
I would say the same thing. This is another branch off to the MCU. It's bringing us stuff that we have not seen before and just expanding on this universe. It's not more of the same. It's not just another origin movie. It's not an Ant-Man. It's great. And you should go fucking see it. And before we tune out, make sure to like and subscribe. Stay metal. Hail fucking Satan. Thanks to Robbo for popping in here. And
Hear what I say, we are the business today. Fuck shit is finished today. RT&J, we the new PB&J. We dropped the classic today. We did a tablet of acid today. Lit joints with the matches and ashes away. We dash away. Donna and Dixon, the pistol is blasting away.
Doctors of death, killing our patients of breath. We are the pain you can trust. Trumpeting work, hooking up curses and slurs. Smoking my brain in a mush. I became famous for blaming you fucks. Maiming my way through the brush. There was no training or taming of me and my bruh. Live like a man, but I'm animal raw.
We are the murderous pair. That with the jail and we murdered the murderers there. Then with the hell and discovered the devil delivered some hurt and despair. Used to have powder to push. Now I smoke pounds of the kush. Holy, I'm burning the bush. Now I give a fuck about none of this shit. You run her over and out of this bitch.
Step into the spotlight. Copying of uppers and downers get done. I'm in a rush to be numb. Dropping 1,000 ain't much. Come from the clouds on a missile to turn this whole town into dust. Don't make a sound, baby, hush. I am the living swipe right on the mic, I'm a slut. I don't know how to not spit like a loud. I feel it pounding my kids on your couch.
Half of a Mongol and mythical team, dealing this treacherous thing. Legend says Elle is a spun out of hell. The myth is my mama's a murderous queen. Yo, I can end like in Godfather 1. You get the gun as I christen my son. If I die today in this hell, I should pay. Tell the Lord Mikey said, fuck, it was fun.
Every new record's my dick in a box. We get a doozy, the moolah's a lot. You're getting used to me doing no wrong. I don't play chicken, you prick, I'm a fox. You wanna kick it, I'll give you the rocks. You kiss the wood chipper blade if you bark. I'm fucking magic, in fact, I'm a warlock and talk. I got a unicorn horn for.
Stop.